Your manager's spoken very highly of you this season in particular. People outside of Manchester City talking about this being your breakout season. How do you see it from the player sat there in front of us today?
I think it's difficult to say it's like a breakout season because obviously I've been with him already for 2 years, but it feels in myself that there's more trust in the manager there for me. There's more playing time for me there as well. So in terms of playing more games, yeah, it does feel like that, and I think that's only helped with my confidence and being able to develop more as a player as well.
You obviously get asked to do a lot of different roles in the team. In Rodri's absence, that might have changed slightly, but I just wonder, as a group of players, how much are you talking amongst yourselves to come up with solutions, and how much are you looking to the manager to give you the solutions to play in his absence? Because obviously he's such a hugely important player.
I mean, everyone knows how important he is, and that's been seen over the last 2-3 seasons of how big of a player he is. I think it's more the manager coming up with solutions, and then we've just got to figure out on the day, in the game, on the pitch, of how to execute them. More so than us trying to figure it out ourselves. I think Cover's done such a good job of doing that already in the recent games. But yeah, I think even though he's such an important player, us as players have to come together and say we've got to do it this season without him.
Rico, you basically played every game for City this season, every 3 days, and then you've been away with the national team. Have you had to change the way you work to sort of be fit enough for that?
And I wouldn't say drastically, because I've always been the person to be as fit as possible and be available. But I think playing so many games already this season is like I've almost appreciate more the players that have done it the last season and the season before, because it's so difficult. No game's easy, especially for us. I think it's difficult to switch into that so quickly, to be adjust to playing so many games from not playing that many games on the bounce. But I'm enjoying it, and that's the thing that pushes me through. The tiredness or whatever, is that all I want to do is play football, especially for this club. So I think that's the main thing that pushes me through it.
And I know you said when you were sort of first starting out, it felt like opposition teams were targeting you a bit on the pitch. Is that sort of getting less and less now that you're playing more regularly?
I don't know. I don't remember saying that. But I think, I don't know, there's certain games where that'll happen, certain games where it might not happen, and that's what football is. It's so different. Every game's so different, and that's why I enjoy it so much, because you can never say that 2 games are the same.
Hi Rico. Last season and the season before, you were in and out, played a couple of games, went out. Now I think you've played as many games as anyone in this team this season. Do you feel more trusted by Pep in general now, and what has that done for your confidence as a player?
Yeah, it definitely feels it, because obviously I'm playing on the pitch. But that's not to say that he didn't trust me when I wasn't playing as well. But the last season we've had so many good players that can play in so many different positions, where it's difficult to fit everyone in at once. But in terms of my confidence, it's massive for it. It's to be able to have a manager like that can play you and feel like they can play you in most games is amazing for me.
And you played right back this season, left back, midfield, played a couple of different roles in midfield. Are you enjoying playing in different roles every week? Is that an enjoyable aspect for you at the moment, or do you want to maybe try and nail down one position?
I've not really had too much thought about it, about nailing down a position. I think the more positions I can play, the bigger chance it gives me of playing. If I was nailed down, then I wouldn't play as many games as I have this season. So I think there's both ways to think about it, but right now that's not what I'm thinking about. It's just more playing as best as I can and working as hard as I can as well.
Just following on from that, I'm guessing you're happy to play any position, but how do you see, what do you enjoy about playing football? What aspects? Is it the creative side, being a midfielder? How do you see yourself?
I think it's just everything, like I said before, that no 2 games are the same. And there's so many different scenarios that can happen from it, and I think I enjoy the defensive side. I enjoy attacking, especially with how we're playing at the moment. Most teams play against us in a low block, and it's the little small details that can win you a game. And and stuff like that. You know, creating chances, and I think we're all looking to going for one goal, which is to win the game. And you know, it's not that easy. There's so many little details of it, but I think that's the thing I enjoy, the little details and the things that we can do, that I can do to help win games.
When you were coming through here, as a kid growing up, did you play all positions? Were you a striker, number 10, a central midfielder? You know, where did you play most?
Well, when I first came in, I was a midfielder, but about 2 weeks in, they put me at right back because I wasn't as good as everyone else in midfield. But then since then, I'd played everywhere, like right back, left back. I think there was a season where I played centre back when I was a bit younger and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely helped me in terms of like now, the mental side of knowing other people's positions and appreciating what your teammates are doing for you. But yeah, like I say, I'm enjoying the football right now, and I think, yeah, the more positions I can play right now, the more games I can play, which is what I want.
Hi Rico, if I could just ask with your England hat on, how much are you looking forward to the prospect of working with Thomas Tuchel?
Yeah, it's something that was unexpected at the time, but I think it's also something that's exciting. You know, it's a new manager, like it's a new era. It's a chance to go and win something. And, you know, we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know what his system is, what he's going to, you know, everything's going to be new for everyone. So it's an exciting time.
Hi Rico. Obviously, Pep's had a massive influence on the first team with the trophies that the first team have won, but also feels like he's had quite a big influence on the way the academy is organised, the type of football that is played in the academy now. As someone that's come through that pathway, has that prepared you quite well for making that step from academy football to the first team? Yeah,
I'd say definitely. It felt a lot. Obviously, it's difficult going from academy to first team anywhere, but I think the values of him have been instilled throughout the academy. You know, from when we moved here, especially, that's when we felt it. You know, the patterns and pictures that we did when we were in the youth teams, we tried to mirror the first team, and obviously you can't exactly do it because you don't get the quality of players when you're that young. But I think just the little details that we do, you know, learn from being young, it massively helps when you get older and start to understand the patterns that he wants to do as well.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.